Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 104 of Daisy Knits. I'm Daisy, we're hanging out here in my crafting area, and it is in between Christmas and New Year's. In my brain, I always find this to be like an awkward week. So, Christmas you just had, and you know you have another holiday coming, but you're supposed to act like normal in between this week, because like you go back to work, and I don't know. I find this an awkward week. Do y'all? Let me know. I'm kind of curious if I'm the only one who finds this like just a holding pattern or a weird week. But anyways, I have a few projects to share with y'all. I didn't get any spinning done. However, I have a new bobbin that I'm going to be playing with. So hubby got me an Acreworks collapsible bobbin. So I'm playing with that on my e-spinner, and I'll let you know what I think of that. And then I have a New Year's Eve cast on that I will share with y'all too. But first we'll start with the project that you have seen. And this is my Wonder Woman shawl, and it's out of two different cashmere bases. So it's out of Bugga, and it's out of Cashmere Squeeze. I'm going to hold both tags up so you can see them. I've been holding onto this Bugga now for several years. So I'm kind of happy that I'm knitting with it, and I have to say, this stuff is heavenly. I love working with this. So it's kind of a hot mess squeezed on these needles, and I'm showing you the wrong side, so let's turn this around. So my first W is done. I am doing the little stripy part over here is done, and now I'm matching this side. So that's where I'm at. It's a little bit of a hot mess. It's really long, but it's not very deep. So, and by the end, you end up with like 400 and some odd stitches on here. So, this is a free pattern. Like I said, it's called the Wonder Woman Wrap on Ravelry. And I am madly in love with it. The pattern is very clear. It's very laid out. A very, very good freebie pattern. So, if you're looking for a fun pattern, you might give that a try. Check it out. So, my other project that I've been working on this week is kind of a brainless pattern. Brainless pattern, brainless project. And I'm holding it in my new yarn bowl. The kids' llama leader blessed me with this for my Christmas present. So, can you see that hot mess? I talked to y'all last Thursday, and I really hadn't had this project on the needles yet, but it occurred to me Thursday afternoon that we were going to the theaters, and I didn't have knitting for theater knitting, which I know sounds silly, but I have a hard time sitting through a movie without having something in my hands. So I kind of went and dived in the stash, and I found this yarn. Not this one. I found this one. And this is Universal Yarn Cotton Supreme. And I was given this with the intention to make knockers. However, what I did not realize at the time is this is Aran weight, and I'm supposed to only use the Cotton Supreme DK. So, I couldn't actually make knockers with it. So I decided that I had two colors. I decided that I would take it and do, what is it, like Grandma's favorite dishcloth pattern? I'm sure y'all, there's like 8 billion names for it, and I'm sure y'all know what I'm talking about. If I can get this hot mess figured out. And I just did a little, like, blanket throw. I did weigh, and the orange was like 102 grams, and the green is 103. So I started with the orange with the intention of hopefully I won't run out when I go to bind off and finish it off. So I am cruising through this, and this is kind of on the downhill slide. I might even put my Wonder Woman shawl aside tonight, because that's how much yarn I have left. It's not very much. So I might put that aside and just finish this off tonight. That way I won't end up with like 3 projects on my needles before New Year's Eve. Or after New Year's Eve, I guess I should say. So, Cotton Supreme, I believe I'm doing this on a US 10, a 6mm needle. 6? That's not, yeah, it is right. A 6mm. Oh my goodness. I'll get all of this. But I love this yarn bowl too. I gotta say, I'm kind of like loving on this bad boy. This is my first yarn bowl I've ever had. If you have favorite yarn bowls, let me know, because I have not had one before. I've always been hesitant because they're super pretty and I'm kind of rough. I always end up either knocking it around, or I have a child that will help, or a dog that has eaten like 3 strands of lights this year so far. Other things help me. So that's what I'm working on. Every year for New Year's Eve, I like to cast on something new. I don't know why, I just feel like it's a great project to remember the evening by. So this year, I got thinking about what did I want to cast on? What did I want to do? And I kind of wanted a quicker project. I didn't want to do socks or shawls or anything big. I wanted a quick project. So might even be able to end my New Year's with a finished project. And I decided I've got like a bucket. Can you see that red bin right there? I've got one whole bin of my hand spun that I've really never knit with. I don't typically knit with my own hand spun. I give it away. But this year I decided I'm going to knit with my hand spun. And so I went stash diving and I found this. This is from Into the Whirl. I actually have the bag right here. Let's see. It's Into the Whirl. It's a Falkland top is what this says. And the colorway is Serenity from Firefly. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast on a pair of fingerless mitts. I don't have a pair right now. I gave my last pair away to a friend of mine. So I think I'm going to cast on a pair and just do a simple ribbed, maybe even look at my own pattern, the Driving Mitts Daisy pattern, and use that. But I really am excited about this one, just because I feel like I'm pushing myself a little. Use up some of this hand spun. So that's what I have coming up. I have a few projects around coming up. An update on Master Knitter. I have not heard anything. So I guess it's an update, really. I did not expect to hear anything, to be honest, though. We are still a month. It's been a little over a month. I think that's right. I'm thinking back. I think it's been a little over a month since that went out the door. And they say the average is 6 weeks. I don't know if the holidays would throw that off even more because, you know, people have a life. But also the mail. Our mail has ran really slow. So if it's going from one committee member to another, it might be taking longer than normal as well. So I'm kind of waiting on that. I'll keep knitting away and seeing what else is out there. So I hope y'all all had a great holiday. Enjoyed all your fun stuff and you're still enjoying. I hope you have a great New Year's. If you have a New Year's Eve tradition, hit me up. Let me know what that is. We have been watching movies. We've been doing a movie marathon with the kids. 2 years ago we watched, I'm trying to think, 2 years ago I think we might have done The Lord of the Rings. And like last year we did Jurassic Park. I think that's right. This year we're going to do a Hobbit marathon. So that's kind of our tradition. We lounge around, watch movies until midnight, and then crash. Nothing fancy, just hanging out and having fun. So what's your tradition? Let me know. Otherwise, I'll talk to y'all next week. See ya!